week. It's the Eagles and the Bucks on EA.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Sims now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Sims now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. We send a man in motion. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. They'll throw it. That's brought in by White. And he'll get it up to the 27.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 3 now. Great. Set. From the 48. He's got Smith. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, it's Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Taken in by Smith. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. The give for the first time to Rashad White. And they had that one contained right at the line. Zach Bond with the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. Oh, good effort there. Didn't get the feet in, though. It looked like he had them both. Couldn't tap the second one down. Incomplete. Ryan Wright on to punt. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And that touchdown on their opening drive, more of what we've come to expect from him this season. You can see he's one of the league's best at finding the end zone thus far. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, no.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
He completes it in traffic. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Out of the gun, White. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, a run for White. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Buccaneers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 19. He'll get this complete to White. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Now, after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. From the pistol, Hurts. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Second and 3 now.
Set.
From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Hurts throwing again. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Bucs offense taking over late in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. They bring their tight end left. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. They'll throw on 3rd and long. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this 3rd quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
63.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian is in with the INT. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. Short pass brought in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back now. Pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Their winning streak just keeps growing and growing, Brock. 7 wins in a row now, and with this lead, could be an 8th straight. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Great, set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Great, set.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but Nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Three quarters in. Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
From the 31. That's brought in by White. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw now. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 48. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness is still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Hurts looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian is in with the INT. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's complete right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
To the ground with Barkley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready, set. No touch.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready, set. No touch.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Goddard makes the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles.